Like, where is the wandering? No, I think there are a lot of ways you could make it work. You could tell a cohesive story. Like, where did the wandering go? Underground? What kind of wandering? I just think it's fascinating. And I've always loved wandering stories. Any kind of wandering.
Well, he'll probably end up telling a much more disjointed story than much
Well, I
better.
think what's interesting is your paintings have tended to have a kind of domesticity about them. And what you need to do is to, and I think
When
you
I
can.
was
I think you
4 years old, my mother, in an attempt to, shall we say, support my wandering, decided that the best thing that she could do would be in the morning, before I left the house, to pin a little note on me. And that note said, simply, "Please don't feed me." Labeled a wanderer, I suppose, yes. Little lost boy, I've actually been called. I'm not going to put that in, though. I found people throwing windows out years ago when they were replacing their old wood-framed windows, and there they'd be, completely intact in the trash. I get satisfaction out of starting with nothing and ending up with something. And that something is quite often, in some way, a surprise. It's one of the fun things about painting the glass paintings, is that I don't turn them over to look at them from the front until I'm done. So every time is a bit of a surprise. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? I started as a photographer, went to school in Chicago, and soon saw myself as a documentarian, documenting my life and those around me through photography. And I always tell people, you're going to like this picture a lot more in 20 years. And I've been around long enough now that statement has come true. Very much so. Unusual and unique effect. And so I started painting on the glass windows. They're already framed, so that takes care of the framing as well. And I've always been a drawer, and so I've sort of combined drawing and painting, literally. I can draw on the glass and then paint that drawing.
Like, where is the wandering? Where did the wandering go? Underground?
Permission to
What
rant.
kind of wandering? I just think it's fascinating. I've always loved wandering stories. Any kind of wandering.
Well, he'll probably end up telling a much more disjointed story than much
Well, I
better.
think what's interesting is your